very excited to be here. Obviously, this is my home state, and a couple of guys on our roster are from the state of New York as well. So we're pretty familiar with our surroundings. It's just a great opportunity to be in a historical venue, and just excited to get out there and compete and, you know, put on a good show for everybody that's here for this weekend to watch.
What's it been like to coach a heavyweight of that caliber? Because he has a chance, obviously, to be in pretty rare company. If he wins again this weekend, you might address what he's been like for you.
It's been a special relationship. Obviously, I've known him for a very long time. We had the same high school coach, so, you know, I've been able to build that relationship up for a very long time with him. But, you know, he's done some special things for the sport of wrestling, and, you know, it's just another weekend for him. But he's fun to watch. I think, you know, when you watch heavyweights wrestle, a lot of times they're, you know, the match is a little slower, but he goes out and tries to attack as much as he can and put as much points out there on the board. And it makes it fun to watch. And that's been good for college wrestling in general. And it's just, you know, he's doing a lot of things right to put himself in this position to compete here in the state of New York. So it'll be fun.
Coming into the year, I think a lot of us thought you had the chance to have a really good team. You know, has this year sort of progressed the way you thought it would progress? And how do you evaluate your guys, their confidence level coming into this tournament, and the potential to achieve a team trophy or even beyond that?
Yeah, you know, I think if you look where we were at when we started the season, each week we kind of gained confidence as a team, and then more importantly, the individuals that were, you know, starting to have success, that kind of got contagious with us. And, you know, where we're at as a program, to be able to compete with some of the teams we were able to compete with this year, I think really ultimately set the tone for the ending of the season, going into the ACCs. It built a ton of confidence for us, and, you know, it's a different ball game out here, but it's still wrestling. Our guys are very confident at this point, but, you know, they did that themselves throughout the season, so they just got to go out, do what they've been doing all year, and it's, you know, the competition stays the same. We wrestle a very tough schedule this year, so, you know, we're familiar with a lot of the guys that we're going to see throughout the tournament, just like everybody else. But no, you know, it's been, for us, it's been a very exciting year. It's kind of, things kind of explode a little quickly as far as the success with this team, and, you know, it's just, we're thankful to be in the situation we are with the teams that we can compete with.
How satisfying has it been for you this year, just to watch the climb and you know, you sitting up there now and being a legitimate contender? Has the process gone a little faster than you may have thought?
Yeah, you know, I think it's definitely a little quicker than we expected as far as the NC State fan base and our administration. But I think the work that the guys have been doing, you know, they're getting rewarded with their success. So, you know, that part of it's really nice to see. You got a group of guys that are really committed to everything that we're about, and it's been shown with their, you know, their results have been putting in. But, you know, ultimately this weekend really matters the most to both them and the team aspect of things. You know, you got individuals that have goals, and you want to be a part of that, and you want to see them be able to accomplish that. So it's been a special season, but, you know, this weekend definitely could define a lot of that.
It's an honor to wrestle here. It's a home state of mine, so coming back home state, my last tournament, it's a special place, and I have a lot of people coming out. So really looking forward to it a lot.
This is first of all for Nick. What were your thoughts when you first heard that Kyle was coming back, then he was going at your weight class? How many matches have you had a chance to see him watch? Talk about the success he's had in what he's been doing.
He's 6-0, so I think that speaks for that. But when I first heard about it, I was like, okay, well, it's another challenge. I've overcome challenges before. Talked to my coaches and people on my staff, so we changed some things up. But overall, like we were on a pretty solid track to begin with. So if you want to be the best on Saturday night, you got to be a quality opponent. So you're not going to find 5 easy guys to walk through. So having a guy like that on the other side, but there's 4 guys before then. But if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. So right there. You
know, the legacy you could leave as a 3-time champ, heavyweight, you know, one of the best of all time. Can you talk about the ending that's could shape up for yourself, you know, in your home state, how important it is for you wrestling in your home state, wrestling in Madison Square Garden, you know, the big lights, the big stage, quality opponent, potentially the biggest match of the tournament. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
I think about it sometimes when I'm in training and just at home and other times. But there's a path to it, and it's something I look forward to having the opportunity to do. It's really special to when people say, like, you win this next tournament, you could be one of the best ever in the weight class. So especially with the people that I have watched and compete in this weight class and overall in the NCAA. But what you talked about being here in my home state of New York and potentially against a quality guy like that, it just makes everything better. It's like you see two best guys go at it for the last time, and you find out who's the better one. So stuff like that, as a fan, you look forward to, I think, but also as an athlete, to really test yourself and see what you have within you, to see where you're really at. And I think something like that tells a lot about the person you are. So.